I am Neil Larthos. I am the next Abdullah. You are the next Neville Goddard. Your SP gets wet every single time they think of you. And your bank account makes Jeff Bezos look homeless. Look, guys, I am going to give you the first top 5 manifestation coach list of my recommendations of coaches that you should listen to that are the best in the game besides myself, right? But in all seriousness, a lot of these manifestation coaches will not go out of their way to recommend someone for whatever reason, okay? But over here, Neil Larthos, okay, he is going to give you game right here. So I'm going to list you 5 of the best manifestation coaches out there, and then I'm going to explain a little bit of what I love from them, because these are not only, in my opinion, the top 5, but they're also 5 that really influenced me. Now, I could do some honorable mentions maybe later on, I don't know, but these are the ones that I would recommend for you guys if you want the ones who tell you everything. Okay, shut up, Neil. Let's go. Number 5, Zachary Hickory. Okay, yes, it kind of reminds me of Hickory Dickory Dock, the mouse went up the clock, but he is well, I was going to tell you his race like it even fucking matters, but he's like this white dude who I think lives in Tokyo. And what I like about him, I'm also going to be as straight up honest, but I'm going to give some constructive criticism about things that I think they could improve on, but also what I love about him. The only thing about this guy, which made him in number 5, is that I think that he will reiterate things a little too much, but and the videos can get repetitive. But what I like about him is that, just like all the others on this list, he really pinpoints hard on I guess, philosophy, you could call it, ideology of manifestation that really needs to be focused. And that's the thing about all these teachers in this list, is that each and every one of them does everything well, but each and every one of them does one thing extremely well. And the one thing that he does extremely well, in my opinion, is about identity, where he talks about the identity, who you are being when you are manifesting, when you are doing visualizations, when you are doing SATs, affirmations. As a matter of fact, he even has said that he does not like to consider himself a manifestation coach, that he likes to consider himself an identity coach. And as a matter of fact, I actually worked with him not too long ago, because I'm one of those manifestation coaches that likes to get an outsider's perspective, especially on things that I'm noticing I'm not 100% honed in on, right? Because yes, Neil Larthos is the best manifestation coach of all time, right? But there only exists now, okay? So I am getting to that point here in the 3D, but I'm already there right here, okay? But either ways, he really discusses, and he's the one who inspired me to really teach in a very hardcore manner the importance of the character that you have been being for the 30 plus years of your whole entire life, the same person that you see in the mirror every single day. And then realizing that if you can convince yourself that you're this character, that you have been the guy who goes to the 9 to 5, the one who you see in the mirror every single day, when in reality, you are not the mind, you are not the body, you're just the observer of everything in the mind and the body. Well, if what you see in the mirror is just a human body that is not even actually you're just an eternal being living in that human body, well, then you can decide that you're something else if you were able to believe that you are this guy who doesn't get the SP, who doesn't have all the money, right? And that's one of the things that he discussed with me, is basically where no matter what the 3D is showing you, you can remind yourself that you are the character that you chose in your mind. And the more you keep saturating yourself, the more you keep realizing that your imagination, the way you see yourself, because remember, imagination is just another way of saying what you see in your mind, what you were thinking. I even believe that when you are trying to decide a fucking math problem, okay, you are using your imagination. I mean, fuck, I guarantee you that if you ask yourself what the hell is 4 plus 4, you're going to see a fucking 4, whether it's on a chalkboard, whether it's you writing it down on your calculator, or whether it's a fucking 4 on a damn birthday cake, and for whatever reason that's the first image that popped up. But you were always imagining, like I've always said on this channel, imagining, another word for it, matter of fact, you could even take that out of your fucking vocabulary. You are thinking. You are using your consciousness, whatever you want to call it. But the more you keep thinking that the imagination is just for Disneyland, that's where you're making your fucking mistake. So he really talks about that, how you can choose that no matter what results you're seeing in the 3D, no, you are choosing the reality that you have in your imagination, as long as you keep going to that image of what would the version of you be like if you had SP. And whatever comes up in your brain whenever you ask that question is your imagination connected to your higher power answering you that question, and therefore you should walk through that. And no, that doesn't necessarily mean that if you're at the gym and you are trying to manifest the hot girl who's always in the same area, right? Doesn't mean that you ask, what would the version of me who has this SP be doing right now in this moment? And then you do it in hopes that you can change something in the 3D. No. The only reason why you should be doing something in the 3D is if it comes naturally, not if you're forcing it. In other words, what he talks about is that you have to be so in love with your imaginary self, the version of you who has all your desires, that it becomes more real to you than the 3D. And the more that it becomes more real to you in the 3D, the more it's going to happen and manifest. Okay, but I've made videos about this, and it's something that if I'm being real with you, it isn't the most easiest to explain. So I'm thinking of better ways to explain it. So I'm going to make videos about that. But next, number 4, Athena Raven. Okay, now, like I said, all of these coaches do one thing really, really well, better than all the others on this list. And what she does better than all the others on this list is where she talks realistically. Okay? Now, what do I mean by that? Well, obviously she believes that, you know, your imagination is law, right? And that she believes, just like all the other manifestation coaches, the way that the law works, right? What you put in your imagination. But I have never stumbled upon a fucking manifestation coach who deals with her clients the way a damn FBI agent or district attorney would, in order to show evidence that this client of hers has the desire that they are trying to manifest. I mean, just, you have to check out her channel, because I'm gonna be honest with you, out of all the ones on this list, I think she's one of the ones where it's like, dude, and I don't even smoke weed anymore, but if I was to smoke a blunt, bro, I would just be just Athena Ravening it up, bro, because she has that vibe. And of course she does are you ready? Get a hot drink, put your honey in the tea, 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, she doesn't do the 1, 2, 3, go thing. I kind of improv that, but it's very soothing, first of all, to listen to it. And it's a whole, I mean, I could be driving, you know, around the town, and it's just, it's an hour-long festival whenever I'm listening to it. And, you know, a lot of her videos are basically success stories. That's another thing, too, if I could add to why she's amazing. Well, you know, let me get to the fucking point, okay? Because you guys are probably wondering, what is it? What do you mean, Neo? Right? What do you mean that she can be like an FBI agent? Well, look, with her success stories that she says, right? She basically reveals what she did in the coaching session with this client of hers, in turn showing us basically the techniques that she uses, almost giving us a free coaching session right then and there. And in many of her videos, she says that for example, a lot of her clients are trying to manifest an SP, right? Just like 99% of us. And they will say a lot of it, I've noticed, is about exes, right? And the clients will tell her that they felt that their ex didn't really love them, or that their ex, didn't treat them like the princes that they felt that they were, all these things, right? And what she will do is she will first have their clients tell her everything about the relationship, just to, a whole spill, right? To spill the beans, spill all the details they can remember from start to finish of what happened in the relationship. Or if it's somebody trying to manifest just an SP that they don't know, they can spill the beans of all the things that they've noticed in the behavior of this SP that they're trying to manifest. And a lot of times they will say, oh, there's no movement. Oh, this person probably is not attracted to me. But she is always able to take those assumptions that they said. Remember, they're not attracted to me. My ex did not treat me like a princess. My ex actually did not love me. All these things. She will be able to, from the story that they told her, find evidences in the story and say, well, if your ex really did not love you, then why is it that they would every Thursday show up to your work and bring you your favorite cup of coffee? And then her client will be like, you know what? I was so fucking insecure and so stalking them on social media, hoping that they would not cheat on me, that I was not even able to realize, oh yeah, that's right. They were actually doing more good than bad. And she will open their eyes to the reality. And, this is something that I think needs to be talked about more in the manifestation community. That yes, there are different parallel realities. And yes, your imagination is law. But there are also things that are happening in the 3D that there's movement already in front of you. Practically, your manifestation is working and it just flies over your head, right? Or you look at the past and you say, oh, woe is me, I had such a shitty life, when in reality, I mean, how many times do we hear the person who says that they have the worst life ever, but then when they tell you their whole fucking biography, you realize, well, actually, dude, you had some really nice parents. They really showed you love. As a matter of fact, I wish I had that. It's never as bad as you think. It's never as bad. And she really does a good job of being able to take the information that she told her and show them evidence to basically deflate, like a fucking balloon, the fuck out of their assumptions. And in turn, she says that once those assumptions are changed, and I've talked about this on this channel, that is where things really start to manifest quicker. Because I truly believe that one of the biggest roots that are hard to take out of the ground of what is blocking us from getting our manifestation is assumptions. Because like I said, you can visualize in fucking IMAX 3D. You can affirm robotically 1 million times a minute with conviction. But if you have an assumption that you're not worthy of love and all hope is lost and money is hard to get by, it's just going to go access denied. What the fuck? This didn't work. Hold on, let me see. Access denied. Access, and what the fuck? You're not going to get your fucking manifestation, no matter how hard you try, if you don't change your assumptions. And I believe that she is the best at changing your assumptions. Okay, so moving on. Number 3, SJ, the Operant Power. Okay, this bastard, okay, I love her to death. Okay, matter of fact, I'm sorry for calling you a bastard, but I mean, she's probably cool with it. So I think she has probably the most balls out of any of the manifestation coaches that I've ever seen, where she just stoically talks to the camera and just is telling you, like, what the fuck is your problem? Stop kissing your SP's ass, and it's time that they kiss your ass. Like, that's one of the ones that really stuck out to me, is like, she literally said, that, you know, I think it's time for others to start kissing your ass. Like, that shit almost flew me out of my seat. And you know, I was actually in the car listening to it. I should have had an accident, bro. I should have, you know, my insurance should have covered it, but still, I really think I deserved a quick head-on collision of righteousness. But she's amazing. She is the best at letting you know that you are God, and letting you know, I mean, that she's literally called the Operant Power. She's the best at getting you to step into your God power. But also, I think behind that, she is very powerful for manifesting SPs, because basically all her videos are about that. But it's not just, she doesn't give any techniques. She doesn't really, I don't think she's against techniques, but the only thing is, why the hell is your course $500, girl? Because now I have to fucking buy $500. Because let me tell you one thing, guys. Even though I know this stuff, I like to hear other people teach it. I'm a nerd about this shit. It's like when I became, you know, a hardcore Christian after I became a hardcore God, right? I was so in love with theology. Well, now this is my theology right here, but she really is good at approaching manifesting an SP as basically telling you, like, you know, fuck the 3D, who gives a shit? You already have them. They have no other choice. She is very strict on her belief that they are not a real person. They cannot think only what you, they can only think what you think. Now, a lot of people consider that a very controversial take, and maybe I should make a video about this before this, you know, instead of putting in this video before this turns out to be another fucking infinity war. But the only thing I will say for right now about the whole thing of, like, they're not a real person, they are just a hologram, because I think she actually has a video where she says that they are holograms. Two things. I think that part of her understands that there is basically a real human being there on the other side, but that you might as well fucking call them a hologram, because when you get to the point where your self-concept is so fucking high, and it doesn't matter what the fuck you were seeing in the 3D, they practically would be better off being holograms in your eyes, because no matter if they are saying, hello, you're ugly as fuck, I don't want to ever talk to you again, that is a hologram that could easily be erased right here in your imagination, right? Because when you put yourself on the pedestal and you see that you were with SP, there's no, reality has no other choice but to show that to you. So because how many fucking times, even before I got into manifestation, how many times have I, you know, had somebody tell me, oh my gosh, Neo, you're always joking around, and then literally the next fucking day I come in all tired and groggy, don't want to talk to anybody, and they're like, Neo, you're always in a bad mood. How the fuck yesterday were you telling me that I'm like the biggest class clown and you need to calm down, and then the next day I'm like always in a fucking bad mood? You never can take a joke, Neo. People can shift that quick, and so can your SP, okay? But another thing I think is hilarious is that she calls them, that she doesn't want to call them specific people, that she calls them specific puppet, right? And I'm telling you, if there's anybody who really can give you a good kick in the ass and wake you up to the reality that it's not what they say, it's what you say, and everyone is you pushed out, and as long as you put yourself as God, people will treat you as such, she is the best at that. You really got to check her out, because she is a different flavor of the manifestation community. I mean, there's a lot of copycats out there of other creators, but she is very unique in the way she approaches her videos. So definitely, regardless of what type of ideologies you lean more towards in this community, she is definitely a must watch. Okay, number 2, Joseph Alai. Okay, now I think with him, he is one of the most balanced out of all the teachers. Okay, he definitely believes the majority of the things that is he believes basically everything of all the people on this list. And he's married to Athena. I think he's married to Athena Raven. I know that they've been together already for years, and those motherfuckers are like the cutest fucking couple. I mean, if you see those bastards, well, you know what, that's another video for another day, but they're just fucking adorable, man. But What I think he does best is he breaks down everything in a very systematic way. And no, I'm not just saying that because his fucking channel is called Systematic Manifesting, but that's literally what I feel from him. And I was not surprised at all to find out that this guy was a software engineer, because everything is not just like him yapping fucking 20 minutes about the same fucking thing of like, you know, why you need to shift into your identity, when in reality you could have just simply explained the last 5 minutes of your fucking video, you know, in the fucking intro, and then boom, you could have ended the fucking video, right? He gets to the fucking point, and he understands that a lot of us want you to explain shit practically, and he is the most practical in regards to explaining manifesting. But even better, even above that, he has, in my opinion, the best set of techniques. Probably him and Eric are tied, okay? And I think you already fucking know who the fuck is up next. But I really love how he has so many different techniques. It's almost like he has so many tools in his toolbox that if you're a client of his, if you're working with him, or if you're just watching his videos and maybe there's a technique that this coach is showing you, or that he's showing you that doesn't really, that you don't vibe with, he has something for you. I've come across like at least 20 different techniques that he has, man. Like, there's practically everything, man. And what I learned most from him is about the whole first person perspective thing. And I know he's probably not the only guy who talks about this, but he really hones in on when you do imaginal acts, you have to do them from first person, right? Because if you watch your imaginal act in third person, you risk seeing your SP manifested with someone else, right? Because if you put something in your consciousness in third person, then you are going to manifest something in third person. But we don't see things don't happen to us in third person. We see it in fucking first person. So the only way that you can see your SP in front of you kissing you can't fucking do that unless you're looking at a fucking mirror at the carnival, right? Even if you see SP and you making out at the fucking drive-in, like I always say, right? Your subconscious will go, well, wait, there's something not right here, okay? How can you see yourself making out with your SP? Okay, we have to make sense of this. We have to put somebody else so that way it make more sense. And next thing you know, you're coming back with the fucking popcorn and she's making out with her ex, right? It's like, how the fuck did she even let him in? What the fuck? I had the keys. Boom. Okay, don't make things in manifestation any more difficult than they have to be. Okay, I think I just fucking blacked out over there, right? I think I went to the drive-in theater when, you see, I'm still coming back there. Snap back in it, Neo. Okay, number one, let's just get right to this, guys. You know who the fuck it is, man. The Lex Luthor motherfucker himself, Eric from the Power of I Am. Now, do I even have to explain this one, guys? Okay, we're inching towards 30 minutes, guys. He has the best fucking intros in YouTube, okay? He had, I mean, practically even if you don't like him, okay, if you watch his video once, those affirmations are going to get stuck in your head, and you might end up saying I am Eric at the beginning of them, right? But look, I think the thing about him is that he doesn't give a fuck about explaining it in a very scripted, I'm not even going to say that he lacks professionalism at all. But it's very raw. That's a better way to say it. He's very raw, right? He explains it in, first of all, he's the most hilarious out of all the ones on there. Like, he literally, I think one thing that a lot of manifestation coaches have is that they take shit a little too fucking seriously, right? But if there was like a real good buddy of yours, right, who is like a little bit older, because he's so fucking chiseled that he has to be big brother, right? So if there was a fucking bro of yours that, you can always fucking have a good time with, but all of a sudden he became this manifestation god. That is who Eric is. He explains it in a way that a bro would, right? He's not going to use these crazy fucking terms that make you go, what the fuck are you even talking about, bro? He gives the best fucking examples whenever he's explaining it to you. But I think the thing that really, I think behind Joseph Alai, he has the second best techniques. First of all, he makes visualizations. He was the one who first really told me, because I've worked with him too, who told me that, you know, your visuals do not need to be vivid at all. They could even be blurry as fuck, but it's all about the implication. He really made me feel like manifestation does not have to be fucking difficult. You do not have to force yourself to do a certain technique and do what this other manifestation coach is telling you, right? But I think on top of that, he has pretty much some of the best affirmations out there, right? You know, and he's very highly connected to Orion Affirmations. If you don't know what that channel is, I mean, just fucking check it out. It is all these affirmations, but in songs that are AI created by this really brilliant content creator who makes these videos almost every single day. And some of those fucking songs are actually bangers. I'm not even fucking joking to you. Like, I literally listened to this one song that he has called I Make Them Lose Their Minds. You know, fabulous fucking name, by the way. And that shit sounds like it could have gotten a fucking Grammy. Okay, I'm not even fucking joking with you guys. And every single time I listen to that, I get in the fucking state. But either ways, the way that he approaches it is just like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's you. You're in Barbados. He is Abdullah, but with, if Abdullah went to the fucking gym and shaved his head, you know, and was 6'1". He is everything that you would need in a fucking manifestation coach. And I mean, look, I don't think it's just the muscles, okay? I think there's just too much aura there. There's just too much not giving a fuck. There's just too much, like, he will never make you feel like your situation is too difficult, right? So if you need someone who will make you feel like you are the most important motherfucker in the world, like SJ does, who will make sure that you have a good self-concept, like Zachary Hickory does, who will give you techniques and understands that some of you guys want to get good visuals, which is where he has the Adonis effect and remote seduction, which you do have to get a membership of. But guys, I'm telling you one thing, there's some stuff in there that, I mean, come on, we spend more at the fucking Chili's, bro, than the amount that you spend once a month for his fucking membership, okay? So come on, just replace the Chili's with that. And then on top of that, you can watch one of his videos, especially if you've never seen his shit before. It'll change your fucking life, man. But I'm gonna stop fucking stroking him off there real quick. But I love all these coaches on the list, okay? And I think that it's important for you guys to test out one over the other, because I don't think there's one coach better than this coach, and this coach is better than that coach. I think what it really is that you just simply have to find one that explains it in a way that resonates with you. That's all. But all these coaches, all these YouTubers, all the people that you're seeing at the fucking mall when you're trying to get through this holiday season, they're all you. So just find the one that represents you the most, okay? Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear your guys' top 5. You know, I'm actually number 0, which is above all these guys. But either ways, I am Neil Lartos. This is all that the I'm Awareness had to say. And I know you're going to be okay.